Go to the Hollywood people. Let's go to this screen. The Hollywood people in a worship fest over here saying they'll do whatever they're told. That's on prisonplanet.com. Here it is. Oh, sickening. Oh, look, it looks all presidential. Oh, it's our leader with the fascist colors and symbolism. The leader. Looking up, there he is. Oh, so good. You're not alone. You're with us now.
So let us summon a new spirit of patriotism, of responsibility, where each of us resolves to pitch in and work harder and look after not only ourselves but each other.
Hit pause. Hit pause. Back it up. And again, because they're going to rape you, you're going to lose your job, you're going to get a tiny government welfare check, they're going to bankrupt the society, and then pose as the saviors, giving you the little government jobs and the tattletale squads. The military admits record people being recruited right now because they destroy the economy to bring you into the system. So no, hey, we got to pitch in. Things are about to get real tough. And all of this was planned years ago. He's been pushing this rhetoric for years. It's all a program. It's all scripted. Back to it.
And look after not only ourselves, but each other.
I pledge to help end hunger in America
by supporting Feeding America and our local food bank.
I pledge
to smile more, to laugh more, to love more.
I pledge to pause. Again, sounds reasonable, feed the poor, but it's really their whole agenda. Let the bankers take over, put troops on the streets, arrest people for terrorism, for smoking pot. See, that's all the real agenda over here. Federalize the local police, put in federal emergency management command centers that are already in place, but publicly have them tracking everyone. See, I pledge, and then I pledge to be smile. I pledge to be positive. This is World War II stuff out of Germany. This is I pledge to be happy in the homeland and fight. And people that aren't happy, they need to be arrested because it's their fault everything's falling apart. They had to get behind Obama, and because people didn't get behind Obama when he had a plan to save things, it's their fault everything's falling apart. It's not the bankers that run everything. They're loving and good too. And we need to arrest anybody that criticizes the government because things are too damn tough. And the government says the only way to make things better is to get in line and smile. I'm smiling. You better be seen smiling in 1984. Oh, I love it. I love what's happening. And you don't arrest me. Don't send me to the gulags they publicly built, the new archipelago of camps. Back to it. Just every word, scientific warfare, psych warfare against you.
I pledge to smile more, to laugh more, to love more.
I pledge
to volunteer more of my time to help children battling serious illnesses.
Hit pause again. Yeah, will you volunteer your time organically to tell people there's mercury in the vaccines and cancer viruses? Will you get the sodium fluoride out of the water, which more than quadruples people's chance of getting bone cancer, juvenile bone cancer? Google it. Thousands of scientific studies. No, see, it's all about I love, I'm good, I volunteer. I go to this private website of the president to sign up to be his new Malcor with little red books. I mean, this is it, man. Webster Tarpley was more right than I even knew. I couldn't imagine, even myself, it would come this quick or be this bad. You understand that? Oh, my God, help us. Oh, my God. Back it up. And then who could be against not helping? I pledge to help children that are sick and have bad medical illnesses. All of a sudden, 50 years ago, it was like finding a leprechaun. It was so rare in a medical facility, a child with cancer. But now they're dying all over our streets and dying everywhere. I pledge to help them drink more fluoride and take more mercury shots and eat more GMO food when all the studies that kills the rats and monkeys that eat it. I pledge to be an idiot dupe and smile and go along with the genocide of the New World Order. Because people can't believe it's happening here, though it's the norm in every other nation. They can't. But America, the tyranny is going to be bigger and better than anywhere else. Back to the mindless dupes.
I pledge to be a great mother.
to be a great father.
To continue working with UNICEF to make this world a better place for all of our children. To be the voice for
hit
those
pause,
that
back it up 20 seconds. UNICEF. Obama has pledged to double the Planned Parenthood family planning funding for the United Nations in Africa and China and India, where they do forced abortions, forced infanticide, give them shots sterilizing them. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the Eugenics Society, Bill Gates' dad, head of the Planned Parenthood, all of this. See how it sounds good? I pledge for UNICEF. I help the children. You have no idea. Because you are weak-minded and because you're not an evil person, You can't imagine the evil. You don't know history. So this whole thing is a tapestry of propaganda, and at the end, it directs you at something that looks governmental, and it's a private army. Back to it.
To be a great father.
To continue working with UNICEF to make this world a better place for all of our children.
To be the voice for those that have no voice.
I pledge.
I pledge.
To consider myself an American, not an African American.
To always represent my country with pride.
Now they're ripping off John Wayne, who, 30 years ago said, I'm not a hyphenated American. Because people want, in the name of multiculturalism, they've done studies, blacks don't even like that. They just want to be left alone and be part of society, be seen as a normal person. But in the name of multiculturalism, they hype up the blackness. They hype up the whiteness. So see, now they're bringing in even conservatism of, hey, I'm not an African American, I'm an American. See how this, and I'm not even saying that's a bad thing, that's a good thing. But the point is, they're saying all these reasonable, great things, help children, feed the children, help sick children, but behind it all is an evil agenda. Because now they're selling you, this is the bait on the end of the line, the little juicy worm that looks good, but there's a hook in it. And the hook is tyranny, FEMA camps, being robbed, being looted. This is incredible. Classic, hardcore, Nazi Soviet propaganda. Back to it.
Pledge. I pledge.
To consider myself an American, not an African American.
To always represent my country with pride, dignity, and honesty.
I pledge to go to usaservice.org
and find a service project that I am passionate about. I pledge allegiance to the funk, to the United Funk of Funkadelica.
I pledge to never give anyone the finger when I'm driving again.
To always find the humor in everything.
I pledge to help find a cure for Alzheimer's.
To care for America's elderly.
Stop right there.
Make sure that senior.
Stop right there. The feds have passed the eugenics laws under bioethics. It's been in the Wall Street Journal where they're euthanizing people chained down, begging for food and water. We've listed their names. We've covered it ad nauseum. Right before that, she was saying that she... back it up 10 seconds. I forget what she was saying I wanted to comment on. They're saying that they're pledging, but behind this is a whole evil agenda. That's how they con good people into working with them. Here it is.
Find the humor in everything.
I pledge to help find a cure for Alzheimer's.
All right,
to care for America.
A cure for Alzheimer's. We now have early onset at 25, 30, tens of thousands of people. They call it Alzheimer's. And they do the brain scans, and all the research is there. It's aluminum, it's heavy metals, it's the mercury shots. Just Google, it's been all over even mainstream news. 3 flu shots, and you double your chance of Alzheimer's. They've had 20-year studies on this. 3 of them. So you're going to tell somebody actually how to not get Alzheimer's where all these heavy metals go in as plaques in your brain? You're going to tell people about that? No, you're just going to, I pledge to give money to the military-industrial complex that's launched this whole attack so they can use the money to pose and control the entire movement to make sure research doesn't really find out what's caused it, or to make sure the public doesn't find out so they can control the poor, pathetic victims so they never get together and actually cause a national movement to stop the eugenics attack. See how that works? I pledge. I pledge to be an idiot. I pledge to be shallow. I pledge to be conned. I pledge to be manipulated. Play the rest.
To make sure that senior citizens have access to health care.
So that our next
Stop right there. That means access to federally controlled eugenics health care. Continue.
Bring awareness to mental disease.
To advance stem cell research.
To spread the awareness
Stop
of
there.
autism.
Mental disease is the New Freedom Initiative, their own internal documents released out of the New Freedom Initiative board in Pennsylvania by one of their own board members, that it's a plan to get half the public, instead of 20% of the public, on serotonin reuptake inhibitors and other drugs, to list most Americans with mental illnesses so that they can be institutionalized even though they're out in public, so they can't own guns, so they can be part of the system. Can't get you on welfare, can't get you in the criminal justice system, get you in the psych system. See, just every point is an attack profile delta. And I refuse to go along with this, and I'd see through all of your lies, Barack Obama, you wicked, wicked devil! Let me see your war face for liberty. Let me hear that you're going to stand up as a true organic resistance against these people for humanity. Stay with us!